Hey friends, this is Pastor Craig, and I'd like to welcome you to Ask Pastor Craig. Thanks for joining me this evening. So my question this evening is this: if God is all loving and all powerful, then why does He allow there to be evil in the world? Why does He allow people to do evil things, even sometimes to those who follow Him? Thanks for your question. I really appreciate it. So your question, honestly, is a bit of a philosophical one, really. And so I think that we should answer that as best we can scripturally, and also using a little bit of philosophy of our own. Okay? So to begin with, you ask, why does God allow there to be evil in the world? Now, I think that that's correctly worded. It isn't that God wills it. It isn't that God desires it, but He does allow it. If we were to take this completely from just a philosophical context, which is really what the question is based upon, for there to be love and for love to overcome and for goodness to overcome, then evil has to at some level be unrestrained. In other words, the possibility of evil existing really needs to be present for good to overcome. And so this really gets down to an issue of free will. And that's an important issue. You see, God has given mankind something incredibly important, and it started with the very inception of their creation in the Garden of Eden, whenever God said to Adam and Eve, you can eat of any, tree in the entire garden, but not the tree of good and evil. Now, it wasn't that they couldn't, because they could, but it was that He commanded them not to do so, yet gave them the freedom to make the choice if they wanted to. And of course, we know that they did. That freedom to choose continues on throughout the narrative of the Bible. It was, you've heard the verse, this day I set before you life and death, choose life. That was said by a character by the name of Joshua. And then there are other contexts where the Bible talks about that God has given us the ability to choose and to follow Him or to reject Him, to love Him or to hate Him, to accept Him or to deny Him. And so free will is a really important part of the relationship that God has with us, because God gives us free will. And by us, I mean all humankind. That opens the possibility for there to be evil in this world. And as you and I both know, sadly, there is. But it also produces another possibility, and that's the possibility to do good. The social issues that face us today, whether it's hunger, whether it's caring for the hurting, whether it's reaching out to those who are trapped in sex slavery or other horrible things that happen in our world today, those social issues, they really matter to the Christian. Whenever Jesus said, whatever you've done to the least of these, you've done to me, what He's saying is that you and I need to care. Because there are so many that will choose evil in this world, and so the response to that is those that would choose to do good. Loving our enemies, caring for those that use us, feeding the hungry, helping those that are helpless. It's critically important, isn't it? And so the question might be phrased, why does God allow there to be evil in the world? But we might counter that with the question of, how do I combat the evil that's in this world? How do I do good in such a way that it makes a pronounced difference in the world today? So to answer your question, God allows there to be evil in the world simply because for good to truly exist, unfortunately, evil unfettered also has to exist. But we can make a difference. We can make a profound change should we choose to do good. Should we choose to be the real body of Christ, the hands and feet of God, and make a pronounced change in this world. God bless you for listening. I hope that helps you. If you have a question about this or something completely unrelated, I'd love to hear from you. You can reach me in one of two ways. The first is at this radio program's Facebook page, which is facebook.com/ROR Ministries. or my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Pastor Craig Online. God bless you.